Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today's video, we are doing something we haven't did in a while. Something that's been fresh on my mind. Now you guys might have watched my top 10 McFarlane figure wish list video. If you haven't, go back and check that one out. Um, I love doing those videos, I'm gonna be honest with you. Just thinking about 10 action figures or 10 characters that I wish I could have in my collection. So uh, here's another one. Top 10 Mezco wish list. Now this one was a little tougher to make because there's a lot of Mezcos out there. Most of these, I'm gonna be honest with you, probably most likely won't get made. I'm gonna be honest with you. But there are rare occasions that we do have some figures get made from not just my wish list, but from other wish lists videos as well from other YouTubers who make these type of lists. But I'm gonna go over my top 10. Now I cannot stress this enough. Okay, my list is gonna be completely different from yours. I'm gonna repeat that. My list is gonna be completely different from yours, and guess what? That is fine. Yes, people, that is fine. Everyone could have different opinions. So there's that. But anyways, guys, but I'd like to hear you guys' thoughts down in the comment section down below. Give me your most wanted Mezco figures. Now, why Mezco instead of all the other companies are out there right now? You know, you got Mayfix, you got NECA, you got Super 7, you got all these things. Well, because Mezco is kind of like one of the top, besides Storm Collectibles and Mayfix, is another company that I absolutely love. I absolutely collect most of the figures. If you look at my collection, I have tons of Mezcos in my collection. So that's why I picked Mezco. And plus Mezco is kind of like broader. You know, they like to go dive deep into not just a particular line, kind of like NECA. You know, NECA, they have Ninja Turtles. They'll do classic movies, they'll do that, but they're mostly focused on certain lines. You know, Mezco, it's a toss up in the air. You don't know what they're gonna come out with. I mean, they could announce. I mean, they announced GI Joe figures. They announced Fantastic Four figures. They announced tons of DC figures as well. Marvel. I mean, they just dive completely in the bag. Whatever they want to make, it's probably gonna get made. So there is that as well. I mean, they have their Rumble Society figures that could go on with their current figures. That, if you guys don't know, Rumble Society is their own, like, their own figure line, basically. You know, their own created character that they make figures of. So there's that. But I love Mezco, and that's why I choose Mezco over the other companies. The other companies, even though I love NECA, I love Mayfix, even Mayfix could dive in deep into it. But I just choose Mezco. I love Mezco. I love I love their size as well. I love the soft goods, so that's why I choose Mezco to do this wish list video, and probably why you guys clicked on it, because you guys love Mezco as well. So there's that. But anyways, now we're gonna go over our top 10 figures. I think I rambled on for too much already. But anyways, so I like to give my honorable mentions and then go over the 10 figures I picked. So there's that. So we're gonna start off with honorable mentions. For one of the honorable mentions that barely just missed out of the list, I wanted to put it in there. I had it in there for a while, and then I thought about it and I was like, yeah, not sure I'm gonna leave it in. Is Toy Soldiers. Now, most people would 100% agree with me. Toy Soldiers need toy figures. I mean, they need figures. They need updated figures. It's been years since we had figures. A lot of people ask for them, whether it's NECA, whether it's Super 7. You know, I think Mezco would absolutely nail some Toy Soldier figures as well. So there is that. And feel free to leave messages about or leave comments down below about which companies you would like to make these. Doesn't have to be NECA. I feel like most of the figures I pick could be made by different companies as well. So there's that. But anyways, I would personally love to see NECA dive completely into the second honorable mention, and that is Mortal Kombat figures. You know, I absolutely love Storm Collectibles. I love Storm Collectibles. But I would like to see Mezco dive into them as well. Get some soft goods on some of the figures, and plus their accessories. And I feel like Star Collectibles would dive deep into a line. They are taking it pretty slow when it comes down to Mortal Kombat. But I need one tone company to ramp it up. I need figures. I need more of them. So there's that. So hopefully one day they'll get the license. But that is another honorable mention as well. And the last honorable mention, I try to keep it nice and short, and that is Black Adam. I mean, like this is on my McFarlane list as well. I try to not put too much DC on here because you know that most of the DC my last video was all about DC, so I tried to put not too much on here as well. But I think first of all, even though there is a Black Adam figure from Mezco, I feel like Mezco would absolutely nail Dwayne the Rock Johnson as Black Adam. So, like I said, hopefully in the future, and I think it's probably a given. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's probably a given. I feel like they had to do this figure. So there's that. They did the Justice League figures. You know that there's that 3-pack that's coming out pretty soon, um, or who knows when that's gonna come out. The way Mezco releases their figures nowadays. So there's that. But anyways, let's go on to my top 10 list. Now this was a hard 10 list to choose from because I was just thinking about stuff. Some that I probably wished I thought of. So that's what I'm saying. That's where you guys come in. You guys let me know what should have made the list. But anyways, here are my top 10. We're starting with number 10, which definitely could have been higher on the list. But we have a lot of them, and that is Terminator. Absolutely would love to see some more Arnie figures. I just need some, and I feel like Mezco would absolutely nail it. He makes perfect sense for Mezco. He has the soft goods. You definitely make it. I mean, he has the accessories. So just imagine the different head sculpts with the machine, with the T-800 machine, the endoskeleton, and then the shotguns, all the guns that he uses as well. So there is that. I would love some Terminator figures. Please make some Terminator figures. Even though, like I said, NECA has a ton of them, and they do a really great job with it. I would just love to see Mezco take a crack at it. So there is that. Number 9 is one that I thought of, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to leave it on there because, you know, even though there's a lot of companies that do make them, it's not too much. And that is kind of cheated. Okay, I put Naruto, right? I put Naruto and I put anime figures. I mean, listen, you guys, if you guys been following the channel, you guys know I love anime figures. You guys know that I unbox anime figures on the channel. Listen, I need somebody besides I know Mayfix, or not Mayfix, Figma, actually Mayfix as well. Mayfix and who else am I forgetting? SH Figure Arts make a lot of anime figures. I like to see the other companies take cracks at anime figures as well. Trust me, anime figures is like kind of or yeah, their figures are kind of like coming back as well. You know, people are finally diving into anime, so definitely need some more. Definitely, and I think they would nail. And the reason why I picked Naruto in particular is because some characters do have a lot of cloth clothing, and I think Mezco would absolutely nail Naruto figures as well. So there was that. But let's see if that happens. Anyways, let's go on to my number 8, and that is one that I had on my list before, and I'm gonna continue to have this because one movie that I absolutely love growing up, and the reason why I love Kate Beckinsale is because of On the Road. I need some Underworld figures. I'm gonna be honest with you. I love those movies. Yes, I was watching her. Oh my god, her in spandex. Oh my god, man, childhood crush right there. Definitely need some Kate Beckinsale Underworld figures. There's that. Anyways, let's just leave it at that. Number 7 is a DC figure. I know I said I didn't try to put. I promise you, this is the only DC figure I had on there, but it's one that everyone been dying for. Everyone's been asking for years, and we need Mezco to make, and that is Red Hood. They need to make a Red Hood figure. People have been dying for this. If you go look at every time they're doing a Mezco con, people are writing in the comment section Red Hood, and there's a reason why. He's a popular DC character. He has all the guns, all the accessories. I mean, it's just there. Mezco continues to dive into the DC line. So as long as they're diving into that DC line, we need a Red Hood. We definitely need a Red Hood. Possibly an updated Deathstroke as well. Since the older ones are probably like $200, $300 in the Hot Toys price range. So there was that. But for right now, we're just gonna leave it at Red Hood. So there was that. And then number 6 that could have been higher on the list. Actually, it could have been like number 1, to be honest with you. But I put him at number 6, and that is Green Goblin. Now listen, I put Green Goblin Spidey villains because Mezco has a million Spider-Man figures, and we don't have basically no villains to go with them. We need some villains, man. I mean, these toy companies gotta understand, if you're gonna make the heroes, the superheroes, you gotta make the villains to fight against these guys. So please, Mezco, make some villains, and the perfect villain to go up against him is Green Goblin. Now, I know there's that movie, which I should not name, and I would not spoil, but I watched the movie. Let's just say, let's get some of those villains in there. So there was that. Anyways, number 5. Actually, it's not really a spoiler. I mean, he's in the trailer. I guess I could say. I mean, Doc Ock, Green Goblin. I'm just gonna leave it at that because those are like the 2 guys in the trailer. Electro, I believe Electro was in the trailer as well. So there's that. Yeah, let's get some villains, Mezco. Come on. My top 5. Here's my top 5 right now. My number 5 has to be RoboCop. Now listen, I know NECA has been diving into RoboCop. We're finally getting some updated figures for RoboCop as well. But I think Mezco makes sense with Mezco as well. They love doing those accessory packs. We get tons of guns. Mezco loves their guns. And let's be honest, who's the perfect guy with the gun? And that's RoboCop. That's all I need to say. Anyways, that is my number 5. Number 4. I mean, to be honest with you, Mezco, I mean, tons of people would buy RoboCop figures. So there's that. But anyways, number 4. It's one that I was thinking of, and I was like, what is one franchise that most people would agree with that needs figures from Mezco? And then I thought about it, and I was like, okay, it's obvious. Star Wars. Mezco needs Star Wars figures. I mean, there is none at all. And I think Mezco would absolutely nail Star Wars figures. I mean, they wear the robes, they wear the cloth. I mean, makes sense. Makes sense. The only downside I could say is there's not really too much accessories when it comes down to it. But trust me, believe me when I say, Mezco would absolutely think of something. And even if you have to sell the figures for a little bit cheaper, like how they used to, keep it around that price range, like $80, $90, like how they used to. Like we don't need $130 figures, all big and crazy like that. They could do the other stuff as well, but I mean, think about it and look how dope it sounds of the bounty hunter Mezco figures. I mean, that sounds absolutely insane, and pretty much everybody would get into that. That thing is a gold mine. People would absolutely buy it. Let's see if they can get licenses. Work with um, oh, Jesus Christ, Hasbro to get some of that licenses for Star Wars. So there's that. I'm pretty sure you go to the Rats, drop some money on the table. Like, we want to do some Star Wars figures. Oh, trust me, they're all in. So there's that. Now my top three. It's one that I personally has been dying for, and it makes total sense. It makes total sense. So if you guys don't know, recently during Mezco Con, Mezco revealed Pyramid Head from Silent Hill. Now it makes sense. It makes sense that sticking in the horror game genre, Mezco does Resident Evil, and not just any Resident Evil character. I'm talking about my boy, Leon Kennedy. It makes total sense. Now, with that being said, I would absolutely love and die for a Nemesis figure. I'm gonna be honest with you. Oh my god, that would be insane. I would literally grab my laptop that's in front of me right now, grab it, and just throw it out the window. Like, that would be insane. That's an insane reveal to me. Something that would absolutely blow my mind. I'm gonna be honest with you. But even though Leon and Nemesis, you guys know what I mean. I mean, Mr. X. I mean, come on, you guys know what I mean. But anyways, guys, would love some Resident Evil figures. There's that. I mean, oh man, Wesker. I mean, Chris Redfield. Oh my god, that would be insane. Oh my god. All right, I'm gonna go to number two. Number two, because the number two is gonna blow your mind as well, and that is Neo from the Matrix. Listen, I understand that movie just came out as well. We're not gonna talk about it. I'm not gonna spoil it, but I wasn't really the hugest fan of that movie. I'm gonna be honest with you, but it's a Neo. I mean, it's Neo. Let's go be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I mean, we need some Matrix figures. I'm gonna be honest with you. Oh my god, that would be so badass. Neo, Morpheus, Trinity. Oh my, Agent Smith. Like, come on, Mezco, what are you doing out there? Anyways, let's go on to my number one most wanted Mezco figure, or Mezco, yeah, most wanted Mezco figure that I would love them to make, and that is Geralt of Rivia from the Witcher franchise. Now, you guys gotta understand, right? There's that hit show on Netflix. There's the hit video game that sold millions of copies, The Wild Hunt. Oh my god, Mezco making Geralt of Rivia. Oh my god, just take my money. And the best thing about that is that they don't even have to. They could keep Here's the thing, they could keep remaking that figure, giving us the same mold, the same body, the same mold, the same head sculpts, everything, and just put different clothing on him and just sell it as a con figure. I mean, there's that. I mean, that's all you have to do. You just have, first of all, though, first things first, you have to nail Henry Cavill's likeness. It doesn't even have, the craziest thing is that it doesn't even have to be Henry Cavill. It could be the video game look of him as well. It doesn't have to be Henry, even though I would prefer a Henry, because Henry has been absolutely amazing in the Witcher series. But oh my god, that would be insane. Just take my money. I'm gonna be honest with you. Just take it. But anyways, guys, that is my top 10. I'd like to hear your guys' top 10 down in the comment section down below, or what you like to see Mezco make. Let me know if you guys agree with my list. Let me know if you guys disagree with my list. But please do your best to keep it respectful. Even though I take criticism very well. But please try to be respectful if you're gonna comment on my list. But there is that. But anyways, guys, yeah, that's pretty much it. You guys have a wonderful, amazing day. I promise you, this was the last list I'm gonna do for this year, for this year. Unless you guys want me to, leave down in the comment section. I'd be love if you want me to do another list about another company. Maybe, just maybe, we'll do it. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. You guys have a wonderful, amazing day, and see you guys later.